Welcome to the Miracles and Wellness Podcast. My name is Clarissa and I'm your life and wellness coach and also a beauty expert. I am so happy and grateful that you are here. We'll be discussing all things health and wellness, feeling empowered, and loving yourself more while connecting your mind, body, and spirit. Always know that you can manifest whatever you desire for your greater well-being in your life because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hello, loves. How are you doing today? I hope you are having a wonderful day. So today we're going to talk about counting calories, okay? It's like a hot topic. People are like, I just want to lose this weight really quick and I just want to reduce my calories. And because basically 3,500 calories is a pound, but it's just more complicated than that. I mean, it's not complicated per se, but it's a lot more simple. So ideally, we want to stop counting calories. This might be an unpopular opinion, but stop counting your calories and just relax. Just enjoy your life a little bit more. So instead of counting our calories, it is ideal to focus on the quality of the food you are eating and your lifestyle. And you don't have to worry about it. You can just relax a little bit more. Okay. And a lot of times, worrying about what you're eating in that fashion can cause stress on you. And a lot of times when you're stressed out, the cortisol is keeping you from losing weight as well. So we want to reduce our stress levels at all times because it affects every part of us, including weight loss, all right? And the first thing, all calories are not created equal. So if you are that magic number is 1,200, which is not enough calories to do anything. Plus, you're probably tired, and then you're wondering why you're tired. You're like, I don't have any energy to do this. I don't have any energy to work out. I don't have any energy for my family. It's because you don't have any energy, and calories is energy. This is what it is. It's giving us the fuel we need to move about the day and to take care of our loved ones, to work, to do all the things we have to do on our plate, okay? So if you're eating junk food, compared to eating real food, it's a different kind of calorie. So if you're eating a bag of chips and it's 1,000 calories compared to 1,000 calories of broccoli, it's going to hit your body different, all right? It just is. There's going to be no nutrients in the chips. I'm just using chips as an example. And so you're not going to have any energy. Your body's going to be looking for the nutrients that it needs. So let's say you've been snacking all day because you've been super busy. You are like, I'm going to be really productive today. I'm going to do this project. And then you're like, but I don't have time to eat. You're tired. That's increasing your stress levels. And then by the time you get ready to eat, you eat all the food. I mean, you eat like all the whole plate and then some more because your body is starving so much because it has not had any food and is ravenous because it's trying to hold on to everything. And then what does that do? Result in a binge, right? So now you have this whole cycle going and you're like, I can't stop eating. And it's because your body is starving and you're just so hungry, okay? So switching out processed foods, ultra processed foods, and just trying to eat more whole foods, and that will also fill you up. So then, when you're eating regularly, which is the goal, to eat regularly, and if you are having a snack, just, picking something that's a little bit more nutritious, like take some blueberries. That's also full of antioxidants, okay? That will feed your bodies. We want nutrient-dense food. And this is great for your metabolism. It'll get your metabolism up and just going, and you're going to feel wonderful, all right? So swapping that junk food out for the better quality food, which is going to give you the energy that you need, because we need to have our energy, because then you can't get anything done. So then when you are at home with your family, you just want to sleep, right? Because you're already being super productive and you're doing all these things. And so we want to have that extra energy as well. So we need the calories from the food, all right? Okay, and second, we have our food labels, all right? So we'll talk about some macros, our proteins, fats, and carbs. So a protein, 4 calories is a gram. And our carbs, 4 calories is a gram, and our fats, 9 calories in a gram. So 4 and 4 for protein and carbs, and fats is 9. All right. So you have to calculate that. And then you also have to look at the servings. All right. So let's say you're eating that bag of chips and it's 4 servings, right? And then you got to go down there and calculate it. Then there's also the sodium and everything else also that's there. So then there's that water retention, which also adds to the number on the scale, which I don't recommend looking at numbers on the scale. But it's best to take progress pictures and measurements, all right? Because the scale can mess your head up real quick. You know it can. All the things going on there, the hormones, the food you ate, the water retention, all the things, all right? So, but back to my labels. So you got to sit there and look at the serving size. And then also, it might not be accurate because it's how much of it did you eat. So, I mean, it's not like you're sitting there and measuring out a half a cup of food per se. Most people do not do that. You might have a scale in your house, but not everybody has a scale where they're measuring out their protein and things of that nature. Most people are just eating the food. You're hungry, you grab it and you eat it all, or you eat some of it, you know? So how much of it did you eat? And how did you prepare it, all right? Because then you know that's adding calories on as well. So the goal is to prepare it in a more healthy manner, but you might not. You might decide today you want to fry this chicken because that's what you feel like having instead of you don't want to bake it or roast it. What did you put on it? Is there a sauce that you put on it? That's more calories, you know, depending on what you do because you want it to flavor your food. Ideally, you can have a cabinet full of spices and herbs and you can make just about anything taste good, okay? So you can make your own sauce from scratch if that's what you want to do. A broth, did you make it in oil? See, then that's added fats there too as well. So it's not just as cut and dry as it is, maybe in reading a label, because you're going to prepare the food in a certain way, all right? Food is information, you know, so it all depends on what you're doing there. It's because it's going to be stored as energy and it's going to use it however it needs. It might just sit there in your body or it's going to use it. Sometimes it's just stored. So if you're eating a bunch of junk food, it's just going to store it because it doesn't really have any use for it, okay? And 3, let's talk about our devices. There has been research that even shows that when we have our calories on our devices, they're not accurate. You know, you can think about it. It's just a watch or a Fitbit or whatever it is that you're using. It's just not, it's going to be off some. It's only going to be so accurate. They say that it is either going to be minus 400 calories to plus 200 calories. So in 24 hours, let's say your watch says that you burned 700 calories or 1,000 calories. Okay, so your watch says you burned 1,000 calories, but it might not be true. You might be up or down a good 600 calories or 400 calories, a couple hundred. So it's very hard to rely on things. You know, you want to be active in moving your body. If you are typically more sedentary, it's good to just start with just walking. And then as you get more used to it, you'll start doing more activities. You know, you might start jogging, doing different kinds of activity just to get your body going and building muscle. And when you're working out and moving, you need more calories. You have to feed your body. You need that protein to repair, okay? So it's better that you're eating more, eat more when you are like more active. The more you do, the more your body needs. It needs to heal. It needs to recover. Your body is in a stressed out state and it needs the food, good food, because it's fuel to help repair your body, okay? And another very important reason is when your body is going to feel like it's going into starvation mode. It's going to feel like it's a shortage of food. Your body thinks it's going through an energy shortage. And this is going to have your metabolism slow down. So it's going to use less energy, which is converting fat into usable fuel. So your metabolism is going to slow down. And then you're going to feel like it's doing the opposite of what you want to lose weight because the energy you do have is going to be stored as fat, okay? And not used. And it's going to burn off so much slower because your body's like, you know, what's going on here? It's like famine out here. And that's also going to wind up resulting in an increased appetite, which goes back to that binging. then you're going to possibly be eating the food that you should not be eating, right? So you're going to eat more of that. So your body's going to be lacking the proper nutrients it needs for you to function properly. Then concentration is going to not be as good. Your energy is going to be low because you don't have the nutrients you need because your body is starving, okay? And sometimes they're going to also make you be thirsty and you feel parched, which then also brings you back to feeling sleepy, lethargic. All right, so just some things to be mindful of there. So just eating the correct food. It also make you feel less stressed out. It's just so much easier, all right? So the goal is not to count calories. You want to love your body, okay? Love yourself and love your body. And a lot of times when you're depriving yourself, you're not showing your body enough love, all right? So also, a lot of times if you're counting calories, you're looking at the scale. And we don't want to look at the scale. I said that earlier, try to take progress pictures and also do your measurements instead of focusing on the number on the scale, because the number on the scale is not accurate and it will change all the time. And a lot of times you might get into the habit of getting on the scale every single day, and it's going to be different. It's going to fluctuate up and down. Your hormones can affect it. Your water, you have water retention. Did you eat a bunch of salt? What did you eat, And also, muscle weighs more than fat. It is dense. And so we want muscle. That gives you that sleek look, that sexy look, but it's going to weigh more. So it's better to take your measurements, okay? Because your body will start getting toned, because the number might not change. It might go up a couple of degrees. It might go up a couple of pounds. We're going to call this like a recovery stage. You're healing your body, and it's like, oh, yes, I'm so happy. She's feeding me. She's working out. All the things. She's doing all this self-care for me. And so it's going to hold on to it. And then that you might stay the same. You might go down. You might go up. But you got to give it some time to regulate and to get back to where it needs to be, to that healthy place. All right. Your salt retention is going to affect that number. Your gut health. Now, what are you eating? You're getting your probiotics. Your mind and your brain is so connected. That's why the stress levels, the cortisol, your weight, it's all connected. It very much is. I mean, I know years ago I was counting calories because I didn't know any better. I mean, I've been there. I think everybody has at one point. But when you know better, you do better, right? And that's okay. And that's okay. And talk to yourself with love. Don't be too hard on yourself. You got this, all right? So no more counting calories, all right? We talked about the type of food, how it affects you, swapping out the junk and the processed food for the good food quality, and the lifestyle, sleep. Okay, we need our sleep. It's different for everybody, but a good rule of thumb is to try to get at least 7. Just try to do that. The moving your body, just nutrients, just all the things, a good lifestyle. There's a whole lot involved in lifestyle. Right now, we're going to talk about swapping the food quality, getting rid of the ultra-processed, the refined sugars, all the things, and just trying to eat better food quality. And when you do that, you don't need to worry about calories, okay? It takes care of itself. Because once you have a lean meat, per se, or more plants, and you prepare it in a way that's more healthy, then you don't have to worry about it. It cancels stuff out. And then you get full and you have your energy. Your body has the nutrients that it needs, okay? Also, food labels. Paying attention to your food labels. You can, because it's not always accurate depending on how you're doing your food, how you're preparing your food, all the things, and our devices that we use to track, okay? They're good to have as a general rule of thumb, but they are not always accurate, all right? Just be mindful of that. And eating enough just in general, so our body is not going into a starvation mode. We want our metabolism good, and this all affects our metabolism, which is super important. All right, guys? Okay, so I hope this helped. So if you have any questions or you want to reach out, all my contact information is down there in the show notes. I would love to talk to you. And also there's a Facebook group you can come to, bit.ly/wellbeing group. And you can also contact me on Instagram, Clarissa D. Booker. But also, you can look at all the information down below. All right, until next time.
If you like my mommy show, leave her a review. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. And if you enjoyed the show, I would love for you to head over to iTunes, subscribe, share, and leave a written review at Miracles and Wellness. I would love to know your thoughts and what you would like for me to talk about next. Also, let's connect on Instagram at Clarissa D. Booker. Until next time, love and light.